Boy, go ahead. Go ahead. Look, I keep it loyal to the T. U.P.K play for keeps. Ain't shit sweet, got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother way. Tell him get the fuck off the beach. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Nigga, come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Man, this shit is too easy. I'm on go, but they don't believe me. You know I'm winning with the team. Screaming Vinny, 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 V's. Need them devils screaming out bloody murder. I'm about to close the curtain. I'm on my grind, bitch, and working. Sorry, all them lies, it ain't working. Them niggas weak, they be churching. I'm a West nigga, that's for certain. When cross the line, I'ma back up and I'ma hit his ass with his virus. And I come through 300 strong, 144 Leonidas. All my niggas we eat. I'm in this bitch with the itis. Say all y'all do the sweet. Tell y'all to do the sweet. The nigga made the wrong move, he make his ass obsolete. He ain't one of us hit the lead. He ain't one of us here preach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. Go ahead. I keep it loyal to the T. U.P.K play for keeps. Ain't shit sweet, got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother wave. Tell him get the fuck off the beach. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Nigga, come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat.
You see this look that's on my face, bitch, I'm for real with it. I hit the streets, put on my cleats, was in the field with it. You soft as cotton, just an actor, Uncle Phil with it. And then my target's on the move, but I can still hit it. Hey, I speak true cause it's necessary. Gullah Jack revolutionary. Cold on them like January. Commander General is a visionary. Soul food, no sweets. Your preacher man, he's sweet. Matter of fact, he weak. It's wartime for peace. Think you hard, nigga, you ain't. Fuck with us, nigga, you can't. You smart cars, we tanks. We form up in ranks. We body bag this rap shit. All black, no bright shit. Real life, no cap, bitch. Fall on them, that's cap shit.
But I keep it loyal to the T. U.P.K play for keeps. Ain't shit sweet, got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother wave. Tell him get the fuck off the beach. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Nigga, come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Go ahead.
First breath I took, a life too surreal. Second breath I took was the pivot and strike, finish the kill. Influenced by might, with every sentence reveal. I won't pay back, fuck the dollar bill. Remain calm as the pressure build. Gotta endure until I let this pump whistle at my foes in memory of Emmett Till. I only live to do my master's will. It's U.P.K, motherfucker. Ain't no cowards on this battlefield. Gone astray but made greater. In my return, left to my mistakes. Every error was a lesson learned. Now I don't move, let's it get approved. Won't take a step till it get confirmed. Armed and tape, it was made for our sakes. March like a tank, one step will make the ground shake. My people sick in their head, Lord, let this truth spread like an outbreak and bring hell at them crackers can't escape. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. No more payback for the scars in the slave memoirs. Till Christ arrived, I can't let it slide. Ignore the lies. The only free will that's before your eyes is life or death, nigga, you decide. This heaven was made for me and my fellow. patiently wait with my eyes on the sparrow, and I pull the trigger while my lips kiss the barrel. Before I ever let a white bitch do me like Othello, I want out this wicked life like Romello. By any means, this devil pulling strings like Geppetto. Lay hold on this brotherhood, I swear I never let go. And fuck that silver spoon, got too much love for the ghetto. And the score settle with DB, I die for the call. Just to hear them angels applaud. And I'm true about every word I say, cause I know my victory on the way. You want it? Nigga, walk this way. This life may be hard, but I can't give up. On my nigga hard, and I won't give up. And could you tell me about this God that you feel so much? And why you look so tough? It's real, I be walking with them angels. Boy, I can't may be hard, but I can't give up. On my nigga hard, and I won't give up. Could you tell me about this God that you feel so much? And why you look so tough? It's real, I be walking with them angels. Boy, I can't be touched. Came through in the clutch. They hate, but they can't doubt us. We princes of the power, what you know about us? Evil all around us, but a nigga straight. I told you I can't be touched. Holy angels walk at my pace. And I'm grateful for the words that had me delivered. I'm hungry for the glory, but I ain't eating till I feed my next. One West, what I die for. Attire out the book of numbers, this rifle from the Archangel Michael. My niggas rebels, you can't deny them. It's 144, I be running to and fro with the Allah higher. My U.P.K soldiers, ain't no folding or pretending. We in it for them crowns, fuck friends, we want dominion. In the election ascensions, I hope I make it through. Give a damn what a bitch think, as long as my niggas know I'm true. Betrayed your kind to get success. You make it through the eye of the needle, nigga. I be his life may be hard, but I can't give up. On my nigga hard, and I won't give up. And could you tell me about this God that you feel so much? And why you look so tough? It's real, I be walking with your angels. Boy, I can't be hard, but I can't give up.
They ain't gonna teach you your faith. They ain't gonna teach you their faith. Just try to cause
and why you look so tough? It's real, I be walking with your angels. Boy, I can't be touched.
Oh, yeah, I thought that was the other band. You know what band gonna do? That's Shalom.
Chewy presents Chatty Pets.
Get
As
started
a health-conscious chihuahua, it's pretty cool that
this
Chewy
song
delivers my meds right to
it's
my
the next
door.
track.
My body is my temple. Namaste.
Pet prescriptions delivered to your door. Chewy.
All I wanna do is run it. All I wanna do is run it. Hey, get the money, tell her run it. Ain't no problem if you want it. All my niggas 100. All I wanna do is run it. All I wanna do is run it. Hey, get the money, tell her run it. Ain't no problem if you want it. All my niggas 100. All I wanna do is run it. Ain't a fit, it's about to be a KO. Gotta build this nation, gotta stack a couple pesos. I'm about to play the picture, gotta lay on. Already turned up, took a shot and poured a lay on. Shorty say I'm the realest that she saw. I'm just trying to run it like I'm running from the law. Cause you know I gotta get it for my children. U.P.K, bitch, we in the build. Okay, I think it's time to level up. Them niggas ain't special, bro. Them niggas just regular. Me, I'm a heavyweight, trying to run in every state. Lot of soldiers, whole lot of rank. Watch me regulate. You know we taking route, plus we ain't playing route. If the nigga ain't got the heart, tell him stand down. And put your hands down. Please, somebody call the police. It's a man down. All I wanna do is run it. All I wanna do is run it. Get the money, tell her run it. Ain't no problem if you want it. All my niggas 100. All I wanna do is run it. All I wanna do is run it. Get the money, tell her run it. Ain't no problem if you want it. All my niggas 100. All I ever did was run it.
This one West all of these ignorant fools and dummies. Get the fuck with all of that fake shit in that front. Got a heater like it's 100 bullets bouncing off of the drum like a punch. Hump my gas matching this rubber. Gun sound like a stutter. You knew that the bitch a hoe and you still had to go cover. Sellouts and undercovers. Don't fuck with you fag fuckers. Got shooters flanked by the double. Look up, splash brother, swoosh. Now she knowing my name while I'm stacking my change. Never package that cocaine cause I don't touch it. Swoop. Most my people gone insane, but I'm focused on making change. You a brother, so nigga, I won't fuck her. Better choose wiser. This shit look like MacGyver made these new visors. True scholars with this knowledge, yeah, my crew lava. You stuck on popping collars with your new dollars. I'm just trying to separate like I got 2 islands.
Run it, all I wanna do is run it. Get the money, tell her run it, ain't no problem if you want it. All my niggas 100, all I wanna do is run it, all I wanna do is run it. Get the money, tell her run it, ain't no problem if you want it. All my niggas 100, all I wanna do is run it.
All right, let's get it. Most High in Christ. It good? Hey, if you're tuning in on the YouTube or the Facebook, give me a 1 in the chat, Baba Kusha. Let me know that the sound is good before we move forward, Baba Kusha. Is it good? Okay, Most High in Christ. Let me see. All right, with that being said, clap it up. All right, we are the I.S.U.P.K, start out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, operating up under Commander Junior YAHANNA. We're not affiliated with anyone. If you are not in the I.S.U.P.K, you are not in the truth. We teach the Bible like it's always been taught, like the prophets of old. And what we do is we go into these scriptures and we bring out things that could change our lives. Not only can, it will change your life. You understand? From brotherhood and keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, what the Bible actually says. And not only do we just bring it out, we live by this truth. You understand? Then the one thing that I can say, if you care about your people that's out in the world, you have to tell them about this truth. You can't be like a candle in the sun, if I may. You got to take this truth and you got to give it to them. Now, don't think they're going to be receptive of it. You understand? But the one thing we have to do is say, listen, we should not be celebrating Christmas, Valentine's Day. We got to run these things down. Sex is marriage. This is how you should raise your sons. This is how you should raise your daughters. And you know what? It's not always going to be received with open arms. You know what I mean? So some people may just separate from you, but at the end of the day, you got to be willing to put it all on the line for your Yahweh. You understand? Put it on the line for the Lord, man. He made the earth. You know what I'm saying? You know, we got to be accepted by him. You know what I'm saying? The birds fly down south for the summer. I mean, everything working like it's supposed to. You dig what I'm saying? So tonight, across the nation is the Brotherhood class. And in the Brotherhood class, we go over a lot of topics. We cover an array of topics, if I may. You understand? It's not, you know, even though we say in brotherhood, these things, the thing that we speak about go into our daily lives. And the one thing that we want to get into tonight that goes into our lives is what does it mean to actually endure? You understand? So if somebody could, Baba Kusha, I got my brothers in with me. I got a bunch of y'all in here with me, man. You know what I'm saying? And I got Officer Dom in here with me, man. You know what I'm saying? Most High in Christ. The heavy hitters in here with me, you know what I mean? So we're going to get into this topic tonight, man, for us being able to endure, Baba Kusha. And when I'm talking about enduring, this is part of brotherhood, you know. Right. When we talk about enduring, it's this thing that goes into everyday life, and that's what we have to deal with as brothers and sisters. And we know that brotherhood is synonymous with what? Sisterhood, okay? All right, so you got that for me, Bunky? Okay,
this is endure in the Merriam-Webster dictionary. Mm-hmm. It says to remain firm under suffering.
Under what?
Under suffering.
To remain what? Firm. Under suffering. Go ahead.
Or misfortune.
Or misfortune meaning what? things that may not always go your way, correct? Right. Different mishaps or missteps that may come about. Go ahead.
Without yielding.
Without what?
Yielding.
Yielding meaning to give up or to give over to what? To the misfortune, right? You understand? Or the mishap. Read it again.
Come on. To remain firm under suffering.
So the first thing you have to do, you have to remain firm. Locked in. You understand? Remain firm, regardless of whatever that you may be dealing with, whatever that somebody may be saying about you, whatever somebody may be saying to you. You understand? You remain firm. Go ahead.
Come on. Or
like
to remain firm under suffering.
Under suffering, right? Under what they say? Under a good time, Quadon?
Under suffering.
What about a joyous occasion?
Under suffering.
Under suffering. Go ahead.
Or
misfortune. Or misfortune, right?
Without yielding.
Without yielding. You gonna deal with some suffering without what? Without yielding. Right. You're gonna deal with some misfortune without yielding. That's what it means to endure. Now the question I have in the brotherhood class and the sisterhood class that we're teaching tonight is, what are we enduring? Like when we live in this earth, this life, this empire that we call America, each and every day, you know what I'm saying, we die. Meaning like that old man that would come up, that when you're dealing with some misfortune, guess what? You got to put him to death. Right. Every single day that you wake up, you may have to put that old man to death. Right. You understand? Because you're going to endure. That's right. And in this truth, what the scripture say, he that endured to the end, right? Say what?
The same shall be saved.
That's right. That's in the scripture. So every day that we wake up, we should be putting what? That old man to death. That's right. And endure. Every day that we wake up, we should be putting what? That old sister to death. Right. You understand? That old man that used to sleep with all them women and running women day in and day out. Guess what? You got to put him to death. Right. You understand? You got to lay that aside. Right. And even and no matter what's going on, you got to learn how to endure it. You got to learn to suffer. You're going to learn to deal with misfortune. You're going to learn to deal with shortcomings. It ain't always going to go your way. Right. It's not. But yet and still, you got to learn what it means to endure. Well, what type of brotherhood or sisterhood should we have? The type that endures. That's right. How you going to be a brother if you can't endure with your who? With your brothers. Right. You understand? How you going to be a sister if you can't endure with your sister? Right. We do it for everybody else. Huh? You'll do it for your children if you love them. You understand? Yeah, you can do just about every damn thing for your sister, you know what I'm saying, for your children. But somebody who doesn't come from the same mother as you may not, it's an issue all the goddamn time. You better learn how to endure it. Huh? So we want to start with tonight the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 10 and chapter 5, verse 10, Baba Kushaw. I had to put my spectacles on, man. I got this. I put this spectacles. Don't be fooled.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 5, verse 10. Mm-hmm. Be steadfast in thy understanding.
Go ahead.
And let thy word be the same.
Go ahead.
Verse 11. Be swift to hear, and let thy life be sincere, and with patience give answer.
All right. So it start on verse 10, right? It say, be steadfast. What does it mean to be steadfast? What does it mean to be steadfast? In this class, Lord willing, you know, it's for me. In this class right here, you know what I'm saying, meaning to endure, it's gonna be like a self-check, if I may. You understand? Like when you hear about these classes, you know, brothers that are teaching, oftentimes they had to do what, Quadon? They had to endure some things. So a lot of these classes that you may hear, a brother that's going seeking out the Lord, and the Lord answer them in His Word. Do you understand? And we find ways to endure certain things. Right. So what does it mean to be steadfast?
So like, I don't want, if I may,
come on.
Steadfast, according to Merriam-Webster's dictionary,
It's an adjective. Firmly fixed in place.
Firmly fixed in place. And that's what it said, to be firm, to endure, right? It said firmly fixed in place in thy understanding. The understanding of what? This truth. You have to be firmly fixed in your brotherhood. You have to be firmly fixed into your sisterhood. Because guess what? If you're not doing that, then guess what? When those misfortune or those misunderstanding comes up, guess what? You may not endure it. You may say, you know what, man, this truth ain't what I thought it was. Huh? Man, I don't know about these brothers, man. I can't get what I want out of, man, Huh? You're not firmly fixed. Because what you're doing, you can fixate it on a brother or a sister when you should be fixated what? On your understanding of what this truth is. Right? You got to be steadfast. If you're not steadfast in this truth, it don't matter what happened to you. You're going to be out the goddamn door in a matter of seconds. Being steadfast in thy understanding of this truth, man. Go ahead. And let thy word be the same. Meaning what? Let thy word be the same.
So like, sir, if I may, it's like, not having like a double tongue, or like not, the things you saying, being sincere in everything you saying, like how the Christian church, they always say they love God and
right.
They worship God, but then the Lord said, if you love me, keep my commandments.
Right.
So how do you love the Most High, but you're not showing forth that action?
Right.
You understand? So you more so showing and showing that action and letting your words, speak for what your actions speak for what you're saying. So
accountability, right?
Come.
That's why I say it's a self-check. Every day you have to check yourself and be like, you know what? Then let me make sure I'm firm in my understanding and what the words that come out of my mouth. How you gonna be firm in understanding when you F him, F her? You know what I'm saying? Emotional, right? How you gonna be firm in understanding when you're looking for every opportunity that you can find to hate your brother? And then in doing so, you're not only the words that are coming out of your mouth are formed in a way to go against your brother or to go against your sister. You're not firmly, you know what I'm saying? You're not planted in your understanding of this truth. That it's that old man or that old man creeping back in, Quadon. You know what I'm saying? The first sign of trouble comes, it's like that when Hebrew Academy, ain't it? You get a little bit of fire and you be like, you know what? Do I really need to run like that? I don't know about this running stuff. You know what I'm saying? But if you firmly rooted in your understanding, it means that guess what? I'm doing this for my brothers, right? You understand? Because I understand what this means. Guess what? Because you're steadfast in your understanding. So every word that's gonna come out of your mouth, even though that old man try to creep back in, guess what? You gonna put that old man to death. I mean that them old voices that you used to hear in your head, them demons, if I may, they creep up. Don't kid yourself. Don't think they just go away. You know, so you be like, oh man, it's gone. That's why you got to be steadfast in this truth, man. Read the next verse.
It's the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 5, verse 11.
Go ahead.
Be swift to hear.
Be what?
Swift to hear.
Be swift to hear. Go ahead.
And let thy life be sincere.
And let thy life be sincere. Go ahead.
And with patience give answer.
Oh my goodness. Be swift to hear. Now this once again this self-check, right? Now I'm bad with this one, Quadon. You get it halfway out your mouth and I don't like it. I'm already gritting my teeth. You know what I'm saying? Damn, they want to take over the conversation. And I will. I will. Sometimes I will. Sometimes we all do. But this is why this is a daily practice. Right. It's a daily thing when you have to put that old man to death. Right. Put that old woman to death. Right? And this is the thing right here. See, we're not Christian in here. So we can always look at our lives and say, you know what, I could do something better than what I've been doing. I need to make some adjustments right here in my life. Because you know what? You've been doing the wrong damn thing for your whole damn life, and you come in the truth. This is your first time ever hearing the truth about how you should live your life. How you expect to get it right the first time? That's why we have counseling. That's why brotherhood and sisterhood is so imperative. Because when during those changes, you're gonna need help, bunker, y'all. You're gonna need some help, Quadon. It ain't like, yeah, man, I'm in the truth now. Everything A-okay. That's a lie. When you hear this truth, that's when you really begin to live. Because outside this truth, you're dying. You understand? So when you learn the true nature of brotherhood, guess what? It's some things you're gonna have to hear, brother. And guess what? All of them ain't gonna sound good. So every time somebody say something that don't sound good, you die. What? So the first thing we learn something here as brothers is how to keep your mouth closed. Listen, right? Be swift to hear. You know what I'm saying? Be eager to listen. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Be swift to hear.
And let thy life be sincere.
And let your what?
Life be sincere.
Now let whatever coming out of your mouth.
Let thy life be sincere.
Yeah. Your life should be sincere.
Right.
You understand? Your life should be sincere about what? This understanding of what you find out in the scriptures, man. Your life, our lives has to be sincere.
That's right.
I mean, you living with a purpose. Like your brotherhood should be with a purpose. You understand?
That's right.
I'm extending myself with a purpose. I'm willing to go above and beyond. Why? Because it's for a purpose.
That's right.
And I'm sincere about it.
Right.
You shouldn't do it for reward, if I may. Oftentimes, and you know what? If you're doing something for reward and you don't get that reward, guess what happened? You may not endure.
That's right.
You understand?
That's right.
And you should do things for reward, but it shouldn't that brotherhood. It has to be a thing that's just naturally sincere.
Right.
You got to learn that. Come on.
Salaki, which speaks volumes about brothers that leave, for the sake of them not getting a certain rank or
Right.
getting the accolades of acknowledgement.
Mm-hmm.
That means that the things that you were doing were disingenuous.
Right.
You weren't being honest. You weren't being true.
Right.
Your intentions were not pure. Salaki.
Right. And guess what else? We learned that you wasn't steadfast. You weren't firm in it. You understand? You weren't steadfast. You weren't firm. Your life was not sincere. And with patience give answer. What does that mean?
So like, sir, if I may, it's like it says, even with the beginning, be swift to hear.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I'm paying attention to every word. If you already formulating a response, then you ain't swift to hear.
Right.
You already getting ready to tell me what you need to hear, but you ain't even heard the whole matter of the word, the conversation. It says, let our life be sincere. So again, we know, we're taking accountability for the things that we do in our life, making sure that we are walking circumspect of the law, statutes, and commandments.
Right.
Then it says, and with patience give answer. So like it says, man, it's like, okay, I done took if I may, I think Cap do this so well. Cap be like, okay. And Cap will fathom on that question before he go ahead and hurry up the answer, because he's giving that patience and he's actually carefully thinking of what he's getting ready to say to the brother to gain that brother. So
right.
Like it, sir.
Damn right. You know what I'm saying? That's Cap, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like I call it halfway listening, man. You know what I'm saying? You're like, hurry up and say whatever you need to say so I can respond to it. And that's self-check, right? I've learned sometimes, like even when in those things right there, just to keep my mouth closed. Just listen. And sometimes it may come off as you not giving a damn, but now I'm really I'm taking it all in, because I want to make sure when I respond to what it is you're saying, Lord willing, it can be understood. You understand? That's part of listening. That's the first skill of listening, right? Being able to what we call it, Bunk, y'all? Active listening. What did you call it? Active listening. What they call it? Active listening. It's the first thing of active listening. It's not response, it's something else.
Is it observing, sir?
Say again?
Observing.
Yeah, but what else to say?
It says active listening is the practice of preparing to listen, observing what verbal and nonverbal messages are being sent, and then providing appropriate feedback for the sake of showing attentiveness to the message being presented.
Most High in Christ. That's brotherhood.
Right.
Is that not brotherhood? Come on, Bunky, yo.
I got six key active listening skills.
Go ahead.
Pay attention. Withhold judgment. Reflect. Clarify, summarize, and then share. Was it reflect?
Yeah. That's brotherhood. If those aren't keys to brotherhood, then I don't know what else is. Because if a brother or sister have an issue, when somebody comes to you, you want to be able to listen. You understand? And if you're listening, then guess what? You can endure. Like, because you don't know what type of issues that somebody may really have. You understand? You don't know what type of issues a brother could really have. You know what I'm saying? You sit down and you listen to a brother, and then you figure out, okay, which way we should go to kind of help a brother or sister, right? And that's the goal. Not, oh, I already know. You know what I'm saying? We are look, you laughing. I already know. I don't want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's all of us, right? You know what I'm saying? We all do. You know, and it's a you know what I'm saying? This is a daily life skill, man. You know what I'm saying? And we see brothers like Captain Nathai Salaki, Commander Junior YAHANNA. He do it so well, eloquently, man. And we learn these things by watching these men. And over time, we'll perfect those things. And I've been taught, like, even if somebody asks you a question, to repeat the question again before you even give an answer. That show like I'm actively listening to what it is that you had to say. Then that don't mean we gonna, you know what I'm saying? That don't mean you're gonna get your way just because we listening to you, sisters. You know what I'm saying? That they ain't, you ain't always gonna get your way, all right? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he said, don't be so quick to respond all the goddamn time. Just listen. Hear him out, Craig. Stall him out, Craig. See what he got to say, right? See what's going on. Most High in Christ. That's it on that. I know sometimes for the Akia, man, you know, sometimes the wife may seem like she complaining all the damn time, you know what I mean? And she probably is, you know, 83.6% of the time. Huh? But the rest, sometimes you just gotta slow down and listen, Akia. And for the brothers out, you know, for my Akim out there that, you know, that dealing with, you know, a rib or whatnot, it's good to listen to, to be able to teach her and ask her to, hey, break it down some. Break it down some so you can actually listen to what it is I'm trying to teach you. You know what I'm saying? Because ultimately, at the end of the day, you got to know the goal is to not leave anybody hurt. You understand? The goal is to not leave somebody, you know what I'm saying, lost. Are still stuck in the sauce. That's what listening does. And these are skills that our oppressor makes sure that we do not understand at all. You understand? Our oppressor, he takes away our dignity in all type of levels, so we don't even know how to respond to each other. Look, the household, how can you actively be a man in this empire today, a Black, Hispanic, Native Indian man today in this empire, with the sisters that have been brought up in the Christian church? How? Because in their mind, they think they should be running the household. And a brother, what they always tell us, happy life. Happy wife, happy life. That's the biggest crock of crap you ever heard of. A woman, you know what I'm saying, she may want her ice in her water today, and tomorrow she may want it boiling hot. Who knows? You know, you can't trust nobody to get in the shower with the damn with it on scalding hot. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm just saying, Salaki. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? We want to get into, like, be patient. You know what I'm saying? With the patient, give answer. With patience. Sometimes we just when we be in uncomfortable conversations, we want to hurry up and get them over with. You know what I'm saying? We want to go ahead and just get to the meat of it. Like, what you got to say? Just go ahead and say it. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and get it out. Just what you got to say. Feel easy, you know what I'm saying, to go ahead and get it over with. But those things we have to work on. Right. To do that is brotherhood. Right? Let me get the book of Psalms, chapter 37, verse 8, Baba Kushaw. Anybody got any thing on that online, Buck, y'all?
Khan, I was listening to reading Sister Stephanie Spain said that I've learned enduring is a must and not for the weak. I'm a better person today because you officers in that room, and big hands up to Captain I.S.U.P.K.
That's right. Most High in Christ. That's right. Come on, Quadon.
Come is the book of Psalms, chapter 37, verse 8.
Mm-hmm.
Cease from anger and forsake wrath. Fret not thyself in any wise to do evil.
That's it on there?
Come, verse 8, sir.
Go ahead and break that down. Go ahead and break that down for me. What does it mean to cease from anger, Baba Kushaw?
Come, cease meaning to like stop.
Stop from being angry.
Come.
Angry is you angry, you know what I'm saying? What does scripture say? Be angry and sin not. So once you get that thing out of control, get that thing under control, and that's really what this thing is, self-control, Bunky, y'all. Right. You know what I'm saying? Being able to stop that anger, because once you're angry, then guess what? Ain't no telling what you're gonna do. You know how many brothers that done walked out, you know what I'm saying, and done something, how many brothers in the prison right now because they were angry? If I'm not mistaken, the dude that shot Trouble in Atlanta walked in. I guess they had a domestic dispute. Brothers with this sister for 3 years. Now she on to the next man. I guarantee they had an argument beforehand. Then this is something brothers out there in the world that are listening, right? Just because you get with a sister, brother, pay close attention to what type of woman she is, Baba Kushaw. You understand? I know you may look at the pretty smile and the silhouette of a sister. We all are attracted to those things. You should be. You understand? But be very careful about, you know what I'm saying, what you listen to when a woman says out of her goddamn mouth. You understand? Pay attention to these women out. Because you never know. She'll tell you one thing and be telling this brother here the next damn thing too. Right. You understand? Even in that scenario, we don't know the scenario, but oftentimes we done heard what sisters say, well, you know, hey, don't come over here. I'll see you tomorrow. Don't that she could have had an argument with the brother, right? And he like, nah, you tripping. He probably done been over there all week, Bunker, y'all. Right. Now she know trouble coming in town. That's right. Now she ain't answering her phone. Why? Because she got company. The whole time she been playing with this man's emotions. That's right. And now he looking at his phone like, damn, she ain't answering the phone. Let me go see what's going on. He go over there. This brother over there. What you think you think she gonna stop? What she gonna say? Now this brother is angry. And what you just seen is 3 people's lives that have changed because somebody was what? Angry. You understand? Right. But if the brother and sister just would have endured, then maybe that brother's life would have been spared. Maybe if they knew the truth about who they were, being Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, then they should knew that sex is marriage for life. You understand? She would have never been in that situation to put that brother in that situation. And that brother would have never been in that situation because he would have known that, guess what? She was married. These are the things that we live with as a nation of people. And that type of thing right there destroys brotherhood. It destroys nations. Whores and whoremongers destroys nations. Idol worship destroys nations. Lack of brotherhood and sisterhood destroys nations. Right? Cease from being angry, because when you upset, you don't know what's gonna come out of your mouth. You ever said something? You ever? I ain't gonna. I just say that. You ever? Yeah, I know. I'm Bunky. I'm gonna watch this. Watch this. Bunky, y'all. You road rage, right? When you got road rage, what come out of your mouth? Everything. You ain't even got time to think. You on the horn as soon as get over. You know what I'm saying? Just mad for no damn reason. I say, hey, loud though. Don't blow the horn, you know what I'm saying? Cause sometimes I used it was a movie that I watched maybe a couple of weeks a while ago, and this dude he had a bad day. I think he got fired or something from his slave, and he went home and found out his wife was in the bed with somebody. He didn't even go into the house. You understand? He just got into his truck and drove, and so got some alcohol, and he was at a red light, and this lady this lady, she was behind him, right? And the light had turned green, and she just holding the horn. Move out the way, you a-hole. And he looked up in the mirror. He's like, yeah, y'all dying today. And the whole movie was about them trying to escape him from killing them. Look like that. I forgot. You know what I'm talking about, ain't it? I forgot the name of the movie, but the dude, when he was trying to kill them the whole movie. And at the end of the movie, I think they had pulled up behind another car, never at a red light. Her and her brother, you know what I'm saying? And she was about to hit the horn again. And they kind of looked at each other. She was like, nah, I ain't hitting no horn no more. I can't think of the name of the movie, but it's that type of thing, right? That anger, we gotta stop that, man. With that type of anger, how can you be a brother like that? Unhinged, right? Yeah, you become unhinged. Yeah. When you become unhinged, boy, the anger just flowing in your brain. Anybody can get it. Anybody, you just angry, man. You know what I'm saying? And when that anger come from you just not having no self-control. You don't give a damn. Read on. Cease from anger. Go ahead.
Forsake wrath.
Mm-hmm.
Fret not thyself in any wise to do evil.
Fret not yourself to do any evil, man. That's being a brother or a sister right there, right? If you stop yourself from being angry, then maybe you can avoid from being evil or making some careless acts or becoming unhinged, if I may. That's the goal, right? Read on.
Verse 9. For evildoers shall be cut off. But those that wait upon the Most High, they shall inherit the earth.
If you wait upon the Lord, it's yours, man. Because when you angry, what you thinking? You got to take everything into your hands. When you angry, I'm gonna show him that I ain't the one to be played with. On sight, young. It's like that. It's up. When next time I see you, it's on. No, we can't do that. You can't do that. She don't know who she playing with. I'm gonna show her. I'm a full-grown woman. Yeah, we know. And then you end up in prison somewhere because you was angry. You did something stupid because you let your anger take over you. You became irrational. Everything in your life can be flipped upside. You hear so many people. You hear people when they get upset. I don't care what happened to me. What? I don't give a damn what they gonna do to me. Lock you up. There's plenty of people in there because they thought that their anger was how you conduct yourself. If you let your anger control you, then who's in control? You're not. You're not in control. Your anger is. Your emotions are. And we know your emotions can have you make irrational decisions. You're losing control all over the goddamn place. You're being disrespectful to your brothers. You're being disrespectful to the sisters. You're being disrespectful to your children. All because what? Because you upset. That was one of the first things I had to learn to overcome, like straight up. I get hot to no end. You probably wouldn't think it now. You say, I was like, you cool, man. Yeah. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But what I seen was, and this the Lord allowed me to deal with this, allowed me to endure this, because when you upset or you get angry, oftentimes you hurt the people that are closest to you. Because of that what? It's right here, that mouth. That's right. You know what I'm saying? When you feel like you've been hurt or somebody done you wrong, what do we try to do? We try to say the fastest thing that we can to hurt the person who hurt us. We go straight forward. Right? And usually 9 times out of 10 it's very personal, man. Like we share things with people that are real personal. And then when you have a disagreement, here it is. See, that's why we can't do that as brothers, Bunk, yo. Right. As brothers, man, we talk about every goddamn thing. You know what I'm saying? Right. And this man know my darkest secrets, if I may. You know what I'm saying? My darkest. You know what I'm saying? Right. And I'm supposed to be angry with him? Are you serious? You gonna be angry with him? Come on, man. Y'all better learn to be brothers and sisters, man. Because you never know what you may have to deal with. See, what we want to do is we want to distinguish us and Esau. Esau, his anger, he go into the store and mow down 14 people. You understand? Innocent people. That's Esau. We're not supposed to be like that. You understand? We're not serial killers and things. That's not our forte, if I may. We'll slap a couple people, but going into Judah slap somebody fast, you know what I'm saying? With the quickness. But just going into a grocery store and killing innocent people, man, women and children, that's not our thing, God. That's not us at all. Kodum, you had something you want to go ahead. Let me hear it. What you got?
Salaki, sir. Get it.
Come on, what you holding over there?
Come on. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 4, verse 30. Mm-hmm. Be not as a lion in thy house, nor frantic among thy servants. You understand? I brought that. Salaki, this one too. It says, "Be not hasty in thy tongue, and in thy deeds slack and remiss." You understand? So I brought that out, because it's like it says, "Be not hasty in thy tongue," like you just said, man. You gotta be swift to hear. Yeah. You understand? We so hasty in our tongue, ready to formulate something we're about to say, but we're not hearing the whole thing, hearing the whole conversation. And it says, "In thy deeds slack and remiss." So like you said, man, this is brotherhood class. So don't be the things you're gonna do for your brother, do it with your might, man. Right. You know what I mean? Don't be so quick to be submissive or, being like, oh, well, I'm doing this only for this certain reason. Like you want a reward, right? Instead of just doing it for natural brotherhood. Then the last part it says, "Be not as a lion in thy house." Like you said, you so quick to, get mad at your kids. You might have had a bad day at work. No sweat. But your kids happy to see you, man. You know what I mean? And you sitting here just yelling at them, do this. You know what I mean? Like, don't be like that in the crib. Because they're like, what the world wrong with Pop?
I say this all the time. You know what I'm saying? This is something I learned. The building ain't falling in. You know what I'm saying? The walls are not closing in. It's okay. You understand? It's all right. Relax. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. You know what I'm saying? You gotta tell, hey, bring it. It's all right, brother. Come, bring it down. It's all right. Sis, it's okay. It's okay. It's all right. You okay? That saves lives. You understand? You know what don't save lives? That destroys lives. You know what I'm saying? If we doing this all the goddamn time, ain't nobody getting anywhere. Sometimes it's good, sis. Akim, you got to learn how to turn your Billy D. Williams on your lady. Go a little something like this. Ah, hey, what's going on, baby? You all right? You know you had a long day. Ah, you need some water or something? I got you. You throw a nice smile on the bucket, y'all. You make it. You all right? And then what you gotta do, you gotta grab her by the shoulder, like, and what you're showing is that's dominance, though, in the smallest way. Much like a father would do what? A child. Sometimes just touching somebody, you know, we learn this in psychology. Like, you know, somebody upset, you see this all the time. What they don't do, just put their hands over their hands. You know what I'm saying? And it really shows just comfort. Just comfort. And then you say, Salakia, sis, anything I can help you with? They still, and by the end of the conversation, they don't even know why they was yelling at you. Sisters, guess what? You got the same thing too. He coming up, look at these clothes every damn well all over this floor, and you both been washing dishes. Salakia, sir, if I may. What? Huh? Salakia, sir, if I may. May I speak, sir? Come, you may speak. You know what I'm saying? She be like, I was gonna do such and such and such and such. A nice voice, a nice tone, it go a long way with, you know what I'm saying, Aki. Don't kid yourself. But the one thing that what helps you do that is we have to be willing to do what? To endure. If you're looking for the exit sign, nothing's gonna work. Right. You understand? If you ain't trying to endure it, it don't matter what you do. You have to be willing to suffer through it. Don't become unhinged. And just because you may speak in a nice tone or a nice voice, that still don't mean it's gonna go your way. You understand? It ain't always gonna go your way. And as men, that's our job. We are to lead. And in leading, you're not gonna make everybody goddamn happy. You understand? But my job is to lead. That's just how it goes. That's just how the cookie crumbles, if I may. You understand? Let me get the book of Proverbs 25 and 28. If anybody got any questions or comment that's on the YouTube, you can comment, Baba Kusha. You can chime in anytime you want to, Baba Kusha.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 25, verse 28. Mm-hmm. He that hath no rule over his own spirit is like a city that is broken down and without walls.
What does this mean? He that hath no rule over his own spirit is like a city that is broken down. What does this mean? You ain't got no rule, meaning what? No authority. Right. Over your own spirit, over your own character, over your own, you know what I'm saying? The spirit, who you rooting for? Like if you can control what team that you're rooting for, it's like a city that's broken down, meaning what? No walls, no protection, right? No shelter, right? And how do people gonna see the light in you? How people gonna see the light in you when you just whatever the flavor of the day is, that's how you acting? I don't care. I don't give a damn what they have. Man, lock me up, throw away the key. And what the brother said. What's the point of that? If you locked up, what good are you gonna do for anybody? You see, our decision making has to become, better. Our brotherhood has to become better. Our sisterhood has to become better. It starts with us understanding that there are some things that you just may have to endure. You understand? That's just some things you're gonna have to do. And you guess what? And while you enduring those things, you have to learn what, Quadon?
Endurance, sir.
Yeah, you got to learn how to endure, but what else you got to do? What is that thing you have to do while you're enduring it? Rule over your own spirit. You understand? That's what you're enduring. You're enduring so you can't, that space, you're learning how to do what? Control yourself. How you going to endure anything when you're out of control? How can you really be a brother when your spirit is what? All over the place. I don't know what team you on, brother. What are you representing? Man, I don't know, man. Sometimes the brother, sometimes he come to count, sometimes he don't. Sometimes, what you doing, Doc? You can't control your own spirit. And without doing that, you don't have no control about what comes into you and what leaves out. You understand? It's like a sister that sleep with multiple men. You know what I'm saying? She don't have no control. She sees something. I like his gold teeth. Oh yeah, I want to get him. What his name? I don't know. I like gold teeth though. Spirit all over the place. Oh, I like his car. What? Spirit of greed all over the place. No control. Right? It says he that hath no rule over his own spirit. When it say his, you also mean this is sisters too.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like a city broken down without what? Walls.
Right.
Oh, somebody, man. Without walls. Come on.
Salakia, sir, this is a heavy class for one. But this scripture that you pulled is heavy because I think about cities that have fallen in mismanagement. They have subpar like urban development. I think about Detroit.
Right.
I think about, certain parts of New Jersey, Chicago. Yeah, everywhere we live.
Atlanta.
Yeah, wherever we live.
Right.
Wherever we exist. And how things are overrun, dilapidated buildings. You know what I mean? And this is the Lord is equating that to, you mismanaging your spirit, mismanaging your anger.
Damn.
It's heavy.
Right.
That's mad heavy.
That's because you know what? If you're not managing that, then it's like you said, those cities, man, anybody can come in and take whatever they want out of it. Spring Lake, like right here in Fayetteville, right? Like without us managing that, brother, we be all over the place. We got to learn how to endure certain things, be steadfast, locked in. And in doing so, guess what? You set that perimeter up, and guess what? Everything just can't come and do whatever that they want to do to you. Take up to it. I don't need it. Let me get Proverbs 16 and 32.
Come on, it's the book of Proverbs, chapter 16, verse 32. He that is slow to anger is better than the mighty.
Go ahead.
And he that ruleth his spirit than he that taketh a city.
There you go again. He that is slow to anger, right? It's better than the mighty, meaning what?
So like I said, if I make use young King David, when he went against Goliath, he wasn't really quick to, be like, look, he even said, like, look at this uncircumcised heath.
He toyed with it.
Right. That was heavy because he wasn't really, it was like he was slow to anger. So he wasn't like, yeah, I know you coming up against him, but he knew what he had on his side, which is the Most High.
What can anger essentially do to you?
So like I said, with the context of the class, you won't have that control or the rule over your spirit.
It clouds your judgment. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm seeing like the brother that got once again trouble, man. You see these young men out here in these streets killing each other the way they kill each other. Right. The anger that they have, man, it don't start with the brother that they see right there in front of them. That anger that been built up throughout years. Maybe you know what I'm saying? The mother calling him stupid and dumb and you don't know nothing. His confidence shot, always trying to fit in. Absence of the father. You understand? It don't just start with that brother that he shoots right there on the spot. You know what I'm saying? We know that's lack of brotherhood that all of us have to learn how to build up once we come into the school, right? For the brothers that's out there in the streets, though, they getting broken down daily. The sisters that out there in the world, they get broken down daily. She just didn't start on the goddamn stripper pole lot. It started somewhere. And what you really find out, you get to talking to a stripper somewhere back in the day. She mad at somebody, Bunky, y'all. Somebody, she making sure that somebody pays for what she's going through. Jim Hyman said this a long time ago. I remember this. It stuck in my head he said, yeah, you think she in that strip club dancing for you and she come to have a good time with you. Well, the truth is she hates you. She see you as just like all the other people who done hurt her in her life. You're a trick. A come up. She hates you. You look just like them. And most of the time, like brothers, like you if you've been in the world, you find out the girls, like you find out a girl that work in the strip club, but you didn't meet her in the strip club. You talk to her, you have a totally different conversation with her than a brother would if he was inside the strip club. You be like, damn, why you working there? You be like Drake. You know you ain't got to do this, right? You know what I'm saying? For real. That anger will have brothers doing something that really clouds their judgment. A sister would end up in the stripper pole or doing something crazy because she'll, you know what I'm saying, because of her anger. She end up having sex with another man because she's angry. She end up aborting her child because she's angry. She end up cussing out her mother and you know what I'm saying, because she's angry. Brothers do the same thing. Walk out on the kids in the family because they're angry. Beat the children because they're angry. Go kill another man because he's angry. Hate his brother because he's angry. And if you're doing these things out of anger, then you don't have no protection, man. How you gonna protect yourself? You can't. Once again, this is self-check. These are things that I had to learn. Instead of just being that brother that just, hey, you can't do it. Because at the end of the day, when it all said and done, when they close the curtain and you sit in that prison cell by yourself, who coming? 9 times out of 10, you're looking for that person that you really hurt. That's why they say, call my mama, man. Mama gonna come get me out. Your mama kicked you out when you was 16 years old. Your mama kicked you out when you was 14 because you didn't want to listen to her. Cause you got, man, mama, man, huh? She angry. She kicked you out. Now you in prison, calling your mama, asking her to come bail you out. She's still mad at you, and you still mad at her. No control, man. What verse was that? 32. Read it again for me, Kodon.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 16, verse 32. Mm-hmm. He that is slow to anger is better than is better than the mighty.
And if you're slow to anger, you are better. You're better. Read on.
And he that ruleth his spirit, than he that taketh a city.
A man that ruleth his spirit is better than him that taketh the city. Come on, man. You want to be that brother that what they say, measure. You don't want to be the brother that measure once and cut once. You know what I'm saying? Right. I'm talking carpentry terms here. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm talking measure as in tape measure. Like you building something, right? You building something, you measure one time, I think that's it. And you find out what? It's too short. It's too long. You want to be that brother that measure 1,000 times. You ever see, like my old man used to do that? He a carpenter, right? He'll measure, so I be mad as hell, man. He just, what you doing, man? You know what I'm saying? You gonna cut this damn thing so we get up out of here? Like you be doing like you, I don't know, y'all brother ever been up under the house before? Like dealing with plumbing and stuff like that? Like that, you be up in the middle of the summer. It's 400 degrees. You understand? It's just hot for no reason. Like you breathe and it's hot. It's just hot, right? You up under the house, right? My pop be like, "Hey man, cut the pipe." And I'm like, I look at it like, yeah. He said, no, you wasting the pipe. He wants you to measure. I'm like, Pop, it's 120 degrees up under this house, man. You know what I'm saying? But he always used to be like, no matter what it is, if you do it right the first time, you got to go back and redo it. You understand? And it's the same thing when we having, you know, conversations between brothers. If you take your time and say the right thing the first time, you got to go back to the conversation. You're having a conversation with your rib, you take your time. She take her time, you take her time. Y'all say the right thing the first time, you don't have to go back. But if everybody rushing, trying to, they just get it over with, guess what? Ain't nothing, you know what I'm saying? Issues gonna keep coming up. What they always say, well, I was gonna bring this up, but I didn't have a chance to get it out. I know, because yeah, I know. Because I didn't want you to get it out. I didn't want to hear what you had to say. Right? Measure that thing, man, 1,000 times before you cut it, right? You know what I'm saying? You want to make a calculated move. You know what I mean? A calculated move. See if there's a definition for calculated move. I want to see what's a calculated move. It's like chess. Anybody ever, you know, Kodam, you
It's a calculated move. It says undertaken after considering the likelihood of success or failure.
Success or what?
Or failure.
Success or failure. So when you talk about brotherhood and sisterhood, you're making calculated move. You're determining what? The success or what?
Or failure.
And the way a sister talk to her husband, she should be considered what? The success or what?
Failure.
That's what you got to think about.
It also says a calculated risk, deliberately planned or premeditated.
Come on, man. And sometimes it's good to take calculated risk too. I don't know how he gonna feel about this, but I went on and paid all his bills for the next 4 months. Yeah, take that risk. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and take that risk, sis. They ain't gonna do that. They ain't gonna take no calculated risk like that. No. Yeah. Yeah, he's crazy now. Take those type of calculated risks. Not if he gonna catch me cheating or not. Don't take that type. I wonder if he gonna look through my phone. Huh? Yeah, I changed panties before I had on the pink ones. I'm gonna see if he know if he made a change to the green ones. Don't take those kind of calculated risks with your life. Do something positive that can help a brother or can help a sister. You hear brothers all the time when you talk about when they been caught a body or something. Like they was like, man, I wouldn't, you know, you talk to a lot of brothers in prison. I wasn't trying to kill him. I was just trying to scare him. You ever heard that terminology? You know what I'm saying? Tons of brothers, but now I wasn't trying to kill him. I had a cousin who got charged with manslaughter. Went into a liquor store and just strong on the liquor bottle, and the owner tried to wrest the liquor bottle out of his hand. He hit him. You know what I'm saying? Right, you know, just punched him. He wanted a liquor bottle. He was an alcoholic. He was fighting alcoholism, dealing with it. You know what I'm saying? In the grocery store. The owner come out, give me the bottle. Him and the owner fight. So he hit the owner. You think that would have been it, right? That ain't how the Lord worked. Man fell back, hit his head, died. Boom, out of here. Brother was in the Navy for 8.5 years. You know what I'm saying? Done got into the military, done got out, and alcohol destroyed his life. And because he couldn't fight that demon, he went into a store. No money, no nothing. I'm a strong arm, a bottle of liquor. Hit him. Man fell, died, busted his head, bled on. In his mind, maybe he could have prevented that if he would have what? Control his soul, control his spirit. No control. How many of us we hear these stories all the time. Just like the story about trouble. Who knows what this brother's state of mind is? You know, like, man, who you supposed to be? You in here jumping up and down on my old lady. Boy, you got to die. These are things that we have to learn to prevent as a nation of people. The oppressor gonna be the oppressor. That's who he's gonna be. He gonna be crooked, but we don't have to be. That ain't who the Lord said we are. Right? We are better. We are mightier than him. Right? That was it on that, Quadon. You gotta think about this. The oppressor is waiting on you to make a false move, man. He's sitting back waiting to be like, yeah, I know they mad. Yeah, they working overtime. I'm gonna make sure I cut that check down. I'm gonna raise this. I'm gonna put this little thing on that check called FICA. You know what I'm saying? They got all kind of taxes in your check you don't even know nothing about. The oppressor is waiting for us to make these missteps, man. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's more than one way to get the desired results, if I may. And you ain't gonna get them being pissed off all the goddamn time. What they gonna do? All right. It's power in silence. You know what I'm saying? It's strength in silence. Let me get Ephesians 4:31, Baba Kusha. Who got it? You got it, Quadon.
Come on, it's the book of Ephesians, chapter 4, verse 31. Mm-hmm. Let all bitterness and wrath and anger and clamor and evil speaking be put away from you with all malice.
Go ahead.
Verse 32. And be ye kind one to another, tenderhearted, forgiving one another, even as the Most High, for Christ's sake, hath forgiven you.
Even for Christ's sake has forgiven you. Who the hell are you? I ain't, man, that brother, man, stole my car the other day, man. Man, forget your brother, man. Forget your brother. How many cars you done stole? You know what I'm saying? Come on,
and so like you said, it's so heavy what's been brought out, because like you said, even the things that was going on with YAHWH, he even told us the Most High said, forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. You understand? And that's so heavy because he's standing in the gap for Israel. You understand? We so quick to be so irrational, and all these things that it says, bitterness and have wrath and anger and clamor and evil speaking. But even even Christ being the ultimate brother said, Lord, forgive these brothers, forgive these sisters. So
right. And that's who you want to start at. You don't always, you know what I'm saying? Salakia, you know what I'm saying, doesn't mean that the hurt goes away. You seeing somebody in the word, like, man, excuse me, man, but that don't mean it goes away. It's like hitting somebody in the eye. You know what I'm saying? You hit me in my eye. You know what I'm saying? I got the black eye. We want to get to the point where we move as a nation of people, like we locked in. We got to be locked in. Because that's what we're seeing, like people, like our gates language. So that's why people come and do whatever that they want to do in our communities, and everybody got their own idea about how we should handle it. You on TikTok, right? Now I'll send you a TikTok. They're very creative. I think you should be some kind of director or something. You well on your way. The hell with Steven Spielberg. You understand? You very creative. But what I notice is, like you saying, they be so quick to come on your page and say something about your page, and you look at theirs, you're like, what information you putting out? You know what I'm saying? Where's your logic? Since you got so much to say about mine, our logic is based off of this right here. This book right here. What is your logic based on? How you feel, what you're angry about, what makes you happy. You understand? That's what they tell you, right? Life for us is all about what makes us happy. What makes your penis, you know what I'm saying, whatever, erect. Whatever make the WAP go hot. That's what life is for Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians that's in the world. Our lives have to be more than that. You understand? You want to live a life that is so much more meaningful than what makes your penis hard or what makes your stomach fat. You understand? That's the type of life that we have to learn to live as brothers and sisters, right? Women, it's not about, you know, oh, he make me feel, you know, sisters get caught up in it all the time. Oh, the way he talked to me just made me feel so like a woman. What you mean? You didn't feel like a woman before that? What the hell did you feel like, a man? I want to know. It's all bull crap, man. It's about pleasure, if I may. That's not what this life is about, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing that got Eve in the garden. Read that verse again.
It's the book of Ephesians chapter 4, verse 31. Let all bitterness and wrath and anger and clamor and evil speaking be put away from you.
Be put away from you. Once again, it's self-check. Wake up every morning like, all right, it's gone. You have to put that old man to death daily. Right. You have to put that old woman to death daily. Right. Put it away, right? With all malice, right? Read verse 32.
Verse 32. And be ye kind one to another.
How can you be kind if you still have bitterness? How can you be kind if you're still dealing with wrath? How can you be kind if you're still dealing with anger? You know what I'm saying? What does clamor mean, Baba Kusha?
It's like being loud.
What does clamor mean?
So like you said, it says like it's like an outcry or crying out of the blue letter Bible. So like it says in notification of being like in tumult. So like making a loud noise, you know, being like a loud mouth, running your mouth.
Do what?
Being a loud mouth or like running your mouth.
Running your mouth. It goes into the other scripture say a foolish woman is what? Clamorous. She knoweth nothing. Right. Always running her goddamn mouth. Right. Shut up sometimes. Shut your pie hole. You ever heard that expression? Shut your pie hole. It's good to do that, because if you can do that, then guess what happened, Quadon? You can be kind to one another. You can be kind. You will learn that, guess what? Like I said earlier, the walls ain't falling in on you. You know what I'm saying? The roof is not getting, the room is not shrinking. It's okay. It's almost like you ever see like a child that's scared to pet a dog? You know what I'm saying? You ever seen like a child, a boy that, you know, just like he's fascinated by the dog, Quadon. Right. Kawal, like he's looking at the dog, he's like, he want to go over there and touch him. And what do we always say? Dog don't bite. Right. Dog don't bite. You know what I'm saying? And the baby's still fascinated by the dog. You know what I'm saying? He sit back, first they yell at the dog, they start making noises first. See the dog. You know what I'm saying? I ain't making this up. I'm trying to break it down so we can understand it. That's what they do. They try to see the dog gonna do something. See if he gonna bark, right? And then when they try to, most kids probably like poke at it a couple times, see if the dog respond. But after all that curiosity fades away, next thing you know, they become best friends. That's how it is with brotherhood and sisterhood. Oftentimes, you come into this truth, you be curious about everybody. You looking at them like you waiting to see if somebody gonna say something the wrong thing, and then you realize like, wait a minute, we was at the Passover and didn't nobody get to fight. What kind of? This is strange. You know what I'm saying? Right. You come to a high holy day, you see everybody now drinking and having a good time, and ain't nobody smoking weed. Ain't no strippers in there either. Ain't nobody throwing money. Only smoke you gonna smell in there is frankincense and myrrh. That's all you gonna get. Then you're gonna realize, like, guess what? I might as well be kind. This is a place that I can be kind, that we can be kind to one another. You don't have to be angry or be upset when you're dealing with a brother or sister. That's a choice. That's a choice. Because ain't nobody done. I say that anybody, anybody ever cut your leg off in here? You ever got slapped while you was here? You You ever got into a fight, a boxing match inside the UPK? Yeah, Hebrew Academy. But you was supposed to get that. You was that only made you better. Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, like, nobody in here has done something that goddamn what's the word I'm looking for? Egregious, where you just can't say, all right, man, we all right then. It ain't that goddamn serious. And if it is that serious, who are you? Who the hell are you? Finish reading that verse, Quran 32.
Kind of book of Ephesians chapter 4, verse 32.
Go ahead.
And be ye kind one to another.
Be ye kind to one another. Go ahead.
Tenderhearted. Forgiving one another. Come on. Even as the Most High, for Christ's sake, hath forgiven you.
The Most High have forgiven you for what Christ done. So what the hell you mad about? Right. Somebody put you on your goddamn head. You don't know how to forgive nobody. That ain't that happened to you. The room ain't closing in on you.
Right.
Salakia Akim. It's okay to forgive your brother.
Right.
It's okay. They're tennis shoes. Tennis shoes, brother. Kawal be at we be selling them t-shirts. Kawal be like, man, how much you got on you? Now you pay good money for them t-shirts. These some nice looking t-shirts. Right. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't do this.
That's right.
My brother come up to the table, you know what I'm saying? Kawal be like, how much you got? Oh, you only got a 20. I remember, I take a 20. Go ahead, brother. Brother ain't thinking about that. I'm more concerned with you being a brother first.
Right.
The fact that you even walk up and ask to support us, let me know, okay, all right, Most High in Christ, brother. That's what we need. That's what we have to have. Now, oh man, man, that brother, man, that brother supposed to been his precept book thicker than mine, man. He supposed to let me see his precept book. Brother, I forgot to give you my precept book. I ain't that serious. Right. Nah, man, if it was Kodam, you would have gave it to Kodam. Hey, Salakia. No, don't Salakia me. Oh, wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
Damn. Well, damn. That we didn't come here for that. The I.S.U.P.K is not a place where we do those things in here. We fix those things and be better, and we move the hell on. Because there's too much work to get done, if I may.
Right.
It's a lot of work to get done. It's a lot of goddamn work to be done, and worrying about the small thing. Once again, ain't nobody put nobody on nobody's head in here. Come on, man. That's what we have to be as a nation of people. Because if not, once again, Esau is sitting back waiting, and he give us the tools to destroy ourselves. Now you hear all these rap songs. I never Mac 11 and what's some of them guns they be talking about in the music now? Mini Draco. What the hell is what deer you gonna shoot with a goddamn Draco bunker, y'all? Yeah, a fast one. Yeah, you destroyed me. So who is the Draco made for? Human flesh. That's the oppressor. Here we are in the videos with it. You know what I'm saying? You ain't going to Beverly Hills with no goddamn Draco. I know you're not. Huh? You ain't in Malibu Hills with a goddamn Draco. You're not in Gates 4 with a Draco. You're not in Chapel Hill with a goddamn Draco. You're not on Duke campus with a goddamn Draco. But back in the day, you used to be over there in Bunny Dunes with a Draco. Hollywood Heights. Cambridge Arms. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You over there on 63rd in Washington with a goddamn Draco. We ready to do each other in. For whose glory? Come on, man. That's why it's imperative that we do this brotherhood the right way, that we do this sisterhood the right way. And if you're a brother or sister that is allowing people to come to you with bull crap and gossiping, then you are the problem. the gossiping that somebody bringing to you, learn to stop it at the goddamn door. I promise it to save you a lot of headaches. It'll save you a lot of headaches because you be like, man, you know, oh man, this brother done did this. That's one thing. That's one thing that you learn in here. Like you won't know till you know, goddamn it. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what's going on till you know. And then once you find out, you be like, Kawhi, would you be like, man? Hey, you won't know that. Dang, I should have just stayed out of the way, goddamn. You see brothers coming here, you be like, man, what happened to such and such? Oh man, he did such and such. Damn, that brother did that. Now here it is. Now you got to deal with this. Now you listening to it. We listening to it. Like, damn, we got to carry that. We got enough to deal with when we go to camp already. Right. You know what I'm saying? We got enough to deal with when we deal with our family that's in the world. And now, damn. Oh man, I hope Lord be with you, brother. Because we know the truth. And you know the suffering that comes with making a terrible decision with your life. That thing bothers me, man. That thing bothers me when you see people who know the truth and been exposed. It's almost like, I don't know, man. It's almost like seeing somebody who has lung cancer smoke a cigarette. They literally, Officer Yadiah was talking about how his father was smoking. He was on the what you call it? Yeah, he was on the ventilator and was smoking beside one of the oxygen tank, and the tank blew up in his face. Damn, brother, you why? Come on. That's us. Clearly, we know that things can happen to our lives. That if we make the wrong move, things can blow up in our face. Is it a secret that fentanyl is killing niggas day in and day out? It's not a secret. Why are the numbers still going up? Somebody should say, you know what, maybe this is a bad product. Maybe we should not be producing this fentanyl in the streets right here. Everybody's you see what crystal meth do to people's teeth? He be like, good night. He be like, what in the world? And once you see it, it's like it's common knowledge to look at somebody who smoked crystal meth. It's no different than somebody who just smoked crack. They see him with the black lips, you be like, oh yeah, I know what you puffing on that damn silver pipe. Some things in life, brothers, I'm gonna tell y'all something. They never really get out of your brain. They sear it into your brain. But that's what the truth is for. So you can learn how to fight those things that you've been fighting your whole life. You understand? And being brothers and sisters is one way we do it. And if you cannot do that, then you're not fighting the thing you should be fighting. That's the truth, right? Well, we Matthew 6 and 14, Baba Kushaw.
Khan is the book of Matthew, chapter.
And then we talk about forgiveness, like the Most High. You can't forgive a brother, or you know what I'm saying. You can't forgive your sister because you feel like she did something to you, but you know, so you want the Most High to forgive you for all the men you done slept with, huh? You done had a couple of them on the same night sometimes. You want the Lord to forgive you for that, huh? Brothers, how many women you that married women you done slept with? Huh? You want the Lord to forgive you for that? How much dope you done sold into your neighborhoods? You want the Lord to forgive you for that? How many times you done stole something out your mama's pocketbook? And I ain't talking about church candy either.
Right.
You want forgiveness for that? We want forgiveness for our sins, but we don't want to forgive a brother or sister for something that they do against you.
Right.
How selfish can you be? Let me get Matthew 6 and 14.
Khan is the book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 14.
Come on.
For if ye forgive men their trespasses, your heavenly Father will also forgive you.
There you go. See there? Didn't we just say that? You want forgiveness for what you done. Lord, please forgive me for this. all the crack I done smoked and all the weed I done rolled up in my backyard. I hope they don't find my weed plants. And if they, that's what you do when you first get in trouble, ain't it? You ever been in trouble for real, Bunk? Y'all, what the first thing you used to do in the world? Pray. I ain't prayed all year. You'll pray one time on the New Year's Day. You know what I'm saying? Mess around and get in trouble. Lord, please don't let him find it. Lord, get the call on the Lord, right? But then you hate your brother. It don't make no goddamn sense. It's crazy. This is something the Christian church won't ever say. The Christian church will ever try to explain this thing so you can understand it. Because they thrive off you hating each other in there. You better believe that. They come to church just to talk about each other. You see sister such and such. Look at her tight dress. Always saying something about each other in the church. But in that, Lord, please forgive me. Why? Read on.
Khan, it's the book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 15. But if you forgive not men their trespasses, neither will your Father forgive your trespasses.
Who's saying that? Right. You need anybody need that broken down? Right. Come. But if it's self-explanatory, and if the Christian church was a place where they taught the truth, why don't we understand this as a nation of people? You understand? If the Christian church was a place where the truth was, then just reading this alone, then Black, Hispanics, Native Indians should have no issues with forgiving each other. You understand? None whatsoever.
Right.
No, but Pastor Joe Willie back there hating on Pastor Jackson. Because both of them want to sleep with the same woman. That would have really boiled down to, Kawal. Because they're having sex with the same daggone woman. That's all. That is all. Drop that. Let me get Luke 17, Baba Kushaw. I'm trying to get through these.
He said, Luke, what's up?
17 and 1, Baba Kushaw.
I got it. This is the book of Luke, chapter 17, verse 1. Then said he unto the disciples,
Go ahead.
It is impossible, but that offenses will come.
That's right.
But woe unto him through whom they come.
That's right. Go ahead.
Verse 2, it were better for him that a milestone were hanged about his neck.
Y'all know what that is, don't you? A millstone like a big boulder. You understand? That a donkey or ass used to grind the flour with. You know what I'm saying? Drag it around and grind the flour with. And it's better to be around your neck. Go ahead, Kwal.
For it were better for him that a milestone were hanged about his neck, and he cast into the sea, than that he should offend one of these little ones.
Who are the little ones? We are the little ones. We are God's chosen people, man. We are his little ones. And this they talking about suicide either. This is a metaphor. Meaning don't do it. Like what it's saying is don't offend your brother. Essentially. Don't even go down that road, man. Because because what may happen to you is going to be a terrible thing. Read on.
Verse 3.
Go ahead.
Take heed to yourselves.
Go ahead.
If thy brother trespass against thee, rebuke him. And if he repent, forgive him.
Do what?
Forgive him.
Now hold on to it.
Forgive him.
Now keep hating him.
Forgive him.
Now you hate your sister.
Forgive him.
I don't like the way he looked.
Forgive him.
I don't like the way she looked.
Forgive him.
I wish they would just go away and never come back.
Forgive him.
Now you have to forgive your brother and your sister, man.
That's right. That's right.
You got to do it. Because if not, man, that thing will jump on you and beat you down. And you next thing you don't even know how the hell do you end up smoking crack? If you're not gonna forgive him, one day you're gonna, Lord knows. Who knows?
Right.
Who knows? Read on, Kwal.
The book of Luke, chapter 17, and verse 4. And if he trespassed against thee,
and if he does trespass against you, I mean, if he does offend you, you know what I'm saying? If he does violate you, go ahead.
Against thee 7 times
7 times in 7 days, go ahead.
And 7 times in a day.
7 times in what?
In a day.
In a day. Some of us, you get mad at somebody 1 time in a day, Kowal, and it's over with. Right. This scripture say 7 times. For you sisters out there get mad at your husband because I don't like the way he said that one word to me. That's what they find, one word. God damn, I just said one word. You won't he speak to you for the whole goddamn day? One word. What did it say? Say that again, Kowal.
And if he trespass against thee 7 times in a day,
that means if he offend you 7 times in a day,
and 7 times in a day, turn again to thee, saying, I repent, thou shalt forgive him.
Who said that, Kowal?
That's right.
Yahweh saying this. So what the hell is our hang up with each other then? What you mean?
Check. Salakia, you know, that's a real heavy one there. Mm-hmm. You saying the brother out of pocket 7 times in a day.
Come
on now. We gotta shoot a fair one or something. 7 times. And I see how brothers struggle with that. You know what I mean? But when we talk about, is he truly repentant?
What do we have to learn to do, Quadon? We gotta learn to endure.
Easier said than done.
Absolutely. That's why they say the what?
Life is war.
Right. Narrow is the way.
So like it, sir.
7. Come on.
The endurance said to suffer too, though.
To suffer.
Salakia.
Come on.
Why is my brother out of pocket with me like that? 7 times you trespass against me in the course of 1 day.
Because of the oppressor.
Not oppressed. Most high.
Come on,
it's not. I get what you're saying, but one of the parts I know, just from being alive on this earth, especially dealing with Judaizers, is like, you know, it says 7 times in a day, and turn again to thee, saying, I repent. Most brothers don't give a damn if they offend you, but it takes a certain type of brother to know if he offends you and come to you, which softens your heart to forgive him. See, it goes both ways. Christ ain't saying just be some damn sucker,
the idiot.
Yeah, he said if I repent, and he repents, you forgive him. Yeah. That's what it's for. That's what coming to. Like now, when the brother do this, he just giving an example because everybody, you can tell the book is the same. Because I know niggas back there was like, "What?
Yeah,
no, I ain't no Christ. Y'all, you tripping?" But it's just a point of having that much forgiveness for your brother, and for him to be like, "I offended him again. I apologize."
Come. You got it. See, cause that's what I'm saying. The same thing what I was talking about earlier with the sisters. Sis, if a brother does, if your husband did something to you, you can say Salakia, if I may, sir. You don't have to be blah 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 blah. We ain't get nowhere. Ain't nobody know. But Kowal was saying, if I repent, Salakia,
Salakia Adawan. So what I understand is that Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians have to look at each other like we brothers and sisters.
Okay.
We have to, because regardless of what your blood brother or sister in the world is, with a worldly understanding, we know that Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are all related. They have one blood,
that's right,
one bloodline.
Right.
But we have to have that same love for one another, because I look at Kowal and I don't care what this nigga do, I have to forgive him. I'm going to forgive him,
right?
Because he's my brother.
Right.
But I look at you in the same light, regardless of what Zion do. If he out of pocket 7 times in a day,
right?
And you a man that would repent, I have to forgive you,
right? See, because and this is what I know, and this I know this. These things are real. My grandfather, right, in the world, he was killed for $5 by his own family. Honestly, he was killed by his sisters and brothers in a gambling. They was gambling over $5 that he won. This is our lives, Instead of somebody saying, hey man, yeah, you won, fast square. We're dying because nobody wants to say Salaki. We're dying because nobody wants to say excuse me. We're dying because somebody's lying somewhere. You know what I'm saying? We're dying because women are lying to men. Men are lying to women. Children are lying to mothers and fathers, saying that they're somewhere, and they next thing you know, they somewhere across Australia getting sold, prostituted. These things are happening to us day in and day out. And nobody wants to do us the obvious and would just simply apologize to one another. Damn, is it that goddamn hard to say my bad? Salaki. I'm telling you, it's not. Just like I said earlier, the walls are not closing in now. The room ain't shrinking. Like it's not that bad. You're not gonna lose any self-dignity because you forgive somebody. I ain't, who they think they playing with. I ain't you gonna play with me and my emotions. What you gonna do? What you going to jail? You just that Billy badass that you know. I'm that bitch. I wish a bitch would. You know what I'm saying? Is it that goddamn serious? Cause there are plenty of women out there that'll whoop up on you. Go Clarissa Shields. Yeah, come on down here. She would gladly get in the ring with any sister. What they talking about on that?
Here we go. The sisters in the chat, sir.
What they talking about?
Sister Kalayapa says, because a lot of times people only look for gain and they will do whatever to get it. And then she also says, so should you forgive them just to do that they can do the same exact thing over and over? Or is there supposed to be a change?
Read it again, Baba Kusha.
Kanawakan. This is the book of Luke, chapter 17 and verse 4. And if he trespassed against thee 7 times in a day, and 7 times in a day, turn again to thee, saying, I repent, thou shalt forgive him.
Forgive him. Because how many things have you done that the Most High has forgiven you for? That you've done repetitively? How many times have we repeated something and say, Lord, please forgive me? Lord, please. How many times we do it? We do it as a Salakia. That's why we say our prayers.
Salakia.
Come on.
Yeah, that's right. When you put it, you got to put it in that perspective. Because reading it just face value, you're going to be met with, because it's a selfish thing. People are just selfish naturally to worry about someone offending me 7 times. Like who would do that? You offend God 7 times a day. Your thoughts, the things you do. Are you paying your tithes? Are you saying Kanawan to your husband? Are you being the best wife? Are you being the best mother? You're trespassing. And you're not this. If the Most High gives us laws, right? Statutes and commandments and a way how we must live, you do offend the Most High a lot. So if he forgives you for all this stuff, you got to forgive the brother or sister who offends you. If they ask for it, because you're going to get on your knees and ask God to get that COVID from your kids.
Ask for it. Knowing this right here about the truth and knowing that you can forgive somebody, that's real strength to me. Real strength to me is not, I'm going to hate you for the rest of my life because of da-da-da-da. Yeah, I'm going to have my reservations about how I deal with you, but I can't grow if I'm forever mad or angry with you. That says a lot about me. I'd rather for you to know that I'm just a better person than you. I'm going to forgive you and I'm going to be cool. I'm better.
That's stating the obvious.
Yeah.
But
how do you do it?
No, I'm a very forgiving brother. I am intensely forgiving.
Except for road rage.
I've grown to understand that too much is given, much is required. So that just speaks volumes about what Kowal was saying, what you've been saying about forgiveness, seeking forgiveness from the Most High. Because you ain't sugar honey iced tea.
Right.
Salakia.
That's it. If sometimes you have to be selfless. Sometimes sisters out there, sometimes y'all listen to me good. Y'all listen to me. Sometimes Sometimes it's good to be selfless sometimes. And when we be selfish, sometimes we hurt people and sometimes we get hurt. You know what I'm saying? And those are the things that we have to learn how to fix as a nation of people. Just like I was saying earlier, you come into this truth is the first time that we all hear the truth our entire lives. Like, so we've been convinced that our way is the right way for over our lifespan. You come into the truth for what, 3-4 years, you think you have it all figured out. You don't. You do not. You've been trained in this empire that is ran by Satan, if I may, for over 20 plus years, and you think you're gonna have it down pat? It's a daily death, if I may. Meaning putting that old woman and putting that old, you know what I'm saying, man to death. And what I really want to talk about is when we talk about the brotherhood and sisterhood, we talking about protecting what's in the I.S.U.P.K. That's what I'm talking about. That comes first. When we talk about brotherhood and sisterhood, we're talking about protecting this space. You understand? So yes, if a brother in here doing it 7 times 7, well, of course he's going to council. Of course she's going to council. But in the world, that's leave that thing there and leave a little leeway and just say Salakia. And Christ, even when he was going to crucify, he said, "Forgive them, for they know not what they do." Who the hell are you? This is a brother that been spat on, then you know what I'm saying, been made mockery of. This is who we learn to follow, Christ. And he gave up his life for his brothers. You can't give up a little moment of your time and say, "Oh, I guess I can not be pissed off for a day."
So, Salakia, I got a demon for not wanting to be a hoe.
Huh?
You saying I got a demon on me for not wanting to let it go?
You have to let it go out. You have to. And I'm gonna tell you something. If you don't let it go, that thing it'll turn into something else. It'll show up in places you don't even understand. How the hell? Why was I so mad?
Right.
Like, where did that come from? You could take a situation like in Esau military, right? In Esau military, you deal with, well, you deal with some real psychological warfare when you're dealing with Esau. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you begin to make rank in the military. You see things, and before you know it, you'll respond. I mean, you'll fly off the handle. Well, you know what I'm talking about, right? And if you don't watch it, you'll put yourself in a situation that can really hurt you. But it wasn't even a situation that you know what I'm saying, that happened for you to respond that way.
Salaki Adawan, if I may, I know you're the psychology guru.
Go ahead.
I know that there's a term the psychologists use, and it's called displacement.
That's right. Displaced anger. That's really what it is. Every last one of us, so-called Black, Hispanics, Native Indians, we say this all the time at camp. We could write bestsellers. You pick any Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, and you ask them to write a book about their lives, they can write bestsellers. We all have some kind of trauma that we've experienced in life that we can talk about. Now, the challenge is being able to talk about those things to get better. If you have an issue with a brother or sister, go to him and him alone to do what? To get better, not to get worse. Not for you to take whatever that was said in the disagreement and make it bigger than what it is. You think if something, Lord forbid, something happened to one of us, you know what I'm saying, in a moment in time where you don't get a chance to say Salakia. People always say that, man, I wish I had a chance to say such and such and such and such. Don't do that. Don't do that. They're living. Your brother is right there. Go over there and say Salakia. Right, that nigga, that brother right there, him. Forgive him. Would he steal your shoes? My brother in the world, I got a brothers in the world. It was my first time doing taxes, and I think I ain't gonna tell you how much money I owe the government. I ain't even gonna tell you. I ain't even gonna tell you. And I had a good goddamn reason, so I thought. But I thought about it and said, damn, how I can't hate him, man. That's crazy as hell, man. It's crazy. We laugh and joke about it today. But if that spirit would have stayed on top of me, Kawal, what I'm gonna kill my brother? You see what happens? Like, it is not that serious. And if it is that serious, then we can there's ways we can help each other.
Right.
Come on, Kawal.
And also too, Yahushua is so cold with his, the way he set it up. And in verse 1, it does say, offenses will come, but woe unto that person when it come. So he's not saying he's going to sit here and the Bible says the eyes of the Lord are everywhere.
Yeah.
Brother offended you. He wants you to be willing to forgive this brother 7 times. But do you really think that you being a good and faithful servant, the Lord's gonna let this one brother just keep? He's the one who's offending you.
That's right.
It's better than a millstone. He's gonna get dealt with.
Whoa.
But you just gonna be ready to forgive him.
Yeah.
It sets it up that way. And even I understand, because even the disciples like, man, Yahweh should just increase our faith. Because we like, man, I don't understand that. But a brother doing that in here, a brother doing that in here or anywhere offending you, you're gonna feel bad for him. You forgive him, like, man, Lord gonna deal with you. I forgive you. Yeah. But you offended Christ. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm with him. You offend me, you offend Christ.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how you gotta think about, like, damn, all right, brother, I forgive you, but you just know and keep moving.
Because the scriptures say a woe to him.
That's
Yeah. Woe to them.
So you ain't gotta worry about 7 times. He might not make it to that.
Yeah, he may not make it. Come. Lord, get him on out the way. But the goal is, like, we gain the real strength. Like, you gain the real strength from being that brother, man. It's almost like changing a diaper. Like, baby poop don't smell good. You know what I'm saying? What you do anyway? You go in there, you change the diaper. Someday you be like, man, good. I don't feel like changing the baby. Somebody change the baby. What you do? You change it anyway. That's how you supposed to be with brothers and sisters. They're your family. And sometimes they're going to do things that stink. They're going to stink. It's going to happen. Offenses will come. Yeah. But we'll try in fire, though. If a brother or sister is doing something, I guarantee you're very similar in more ways than you think you are different. Right. I guarantee it. And the one thing that we all have, we deal with the same oppression in this empire. That's right. And if you start there first, then you may be okay. But if you think you're better than somebody else, then you got a goddamn issue. For real. Oh, you can be like Christ. You learn how to follow Christ and forgive a brother or sister. And you gotta, sometimes you just have to do what, Quadon? Sometimes you just gotta endure. That's just how it goes. Let me get John 17 and 14, Baba Kushaw. Before anybody run out of time here. Oh, Lord willing, the Akim, we all answer the sister question if she had any more, Baba Kushaw.
This is the book of John, chapter 17 and verse 14. I have given them thy word, and the world hath hated them, because they are not of the world, even as I am not of the world.
Go ahead, Kawal.
He's speaking about us.
Right.
You understand? And how we have the word. We tell people not to eat pork, not to celebrate Christmas.
That's right.
You understand? And that's the words of the Most High, thy word. And then the world hates us for our own parents, our own people. You know what I'm saying? In this world and on the outside, and because they're not in this body.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Even as I am not of the world, just we're not. We came out of the world, so it's hard for them to look at us because, like, Yahweh Shai is not. He didn't. He wasn't conformed to the world. We're not either. So people are gonna be offended by that.
Right. So guess what that means? Because he's not of the world, he's not gonna do what somebody in the world would do. You understand? He's not gonna be quick to blah 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 blah. He's gonna be like, it's 12, sis. It's all right. He that has sinned cast the first stone. Let's go. And what Yahweh Shai did, he went on down. He drawing in the sand. That's right. See You know how smart people do when they know they got you, right?
Right. Yeah.
They make them faces like, you know I got you, right?
Right.
Yeah. Right, read the next verse, go on.
Come. Verse 15.
Mm-hmm.
I pray not that thou shouldest take them out of the world.
He did what? He don't want to do what?
I pray not that thou shouldest take them out of the world.
Come on.
But that thou shouldest keep them from the evil.
Go ahead. Read this verse.
Verse 16. They are not of the world,
Uh-huh.
even as I am not of the world.
Read verse 17.
Sanctify them through sanctify them through thy truth.
Through the what?
Through thy truth.
Go ahead.
Thy word is truth.
Thy word is the truth, man. That's how you gonna get clean, man. That's how you gonna get washed, man. That's how you gonna get rid of that anger, man. Do the truth, not the world. See, so many of us want to respond the way we think we should want to, the way the world will respond. And that's part of our goddamn problem. You understand? The anger and the frustration that we have with each other, it's because we still want to be where? In the world. We're in the truth, man. So if you're in the truth, you want to be sanctified by what? The truth. You're going to be washed in the truth. Meaning what? Forgive your brother. Forgive your sister. That's what the truth is, right? Read verse 18.
Verse 18.
Uh-huh.
This is the book of John, chapter 17, verse 18. As thou hast sent me into the world, even so have I also sent them into the world.
What does that mean?
Basically, you know, like the Most High, see how I shot here to do a job. You know what I'm saying? He came back again and got it right. And now he's commissioned us to do the same thing.
Salaki, sir, if I may, Bob, can add on. That's heavy now, because this is a cut to the Christian pastors and them Pharisees and Sadducees that was like, why you sit with sinners and publicans? We were sent to go to them,
right?
Because they need that physician. We are that physician because we were sent to them in the world. Salaki.
And guess what? Because he went through it, guess what? He also know what? Even you, us. That's some things we just gonna have to deal with in this world. That's just some things we just gonna have to deal with. But he's telling us how to deal with it. Forgive your brother. Forgive your sister. Be steadfast. Don't deal with them in evil. And be what? And endure it. Some things you just gonna have to suffer through. What you want to say? You doing a good job? Keep up the good work. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Matthew 5 and 16, Baba Kushar.
Okay. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 5 and verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
Let your light so shine before men.
Go ahead.
That they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven.
Not glorify the Father for your works.
Glorify, Salakia. Glorify your Father which is in heaven.
There you go. Let your light shine. So you run around here being all, you know what I'm saying, doing all kind of matter of witness. What you doing it for? What kind of light that you want to, what kind of light you putting on? Think about what you're doing. I'll tell you what, for the brothers, you know what they be amazed by when they see brothers, they be like, damn, y'all don't even know each other and y'all get along. Y'all rocking. Y'all brothers rocking hand in hand. Like, you know what I'm saying? You damn right we rocking hand in hand. And guess who we give all the honor to and glory to the Father. Because think about it, you got a brother that come in here out the streets, he giving you every goddamn thing. And what you gonna hurt that brother when he come here? You want to be the example. You want to be that light that's in his life. It's enough darkness out there in the goddamn world that's void of understanding. You want to come in here so he can have some understanding. For you sisters out there, you want to be a light unto other sisters, to the young sisters that are looking at you. For what? Why wouldn't you want to be that? Because if you come in here and if you bring that same darkness in here that's in the world, then guess what? That sister, the young sisters are gonna think. How they gonna respond to it? What you gonna destroy the sister if she coming and trying to change her life? Because she hears the gossip and all the BS that goes on like the world would do it. And guess what she gonna say? But that show is weird. The sisters don't talk. They don't. Well, that's crazy to me. Well, some things you just don't understand. Or the conversation could go completely different. The conversation is like, damn, y'all, the sisters do everything. Yeah, they do. Hey, y'all share all the men? No, see, we don't share all the men. No, don't. You're going too far now. You know what I'm saying? Like, let your light, meaning what? Your understanding. That's what we started with. Your understanding, your knowledge and truth of how do you treat each other. Let that be the thing that goes into the world where everybody can see it. And they say, well, damn, that's such a good sister. Well, I'm a good sister because I believe in the Father. You know what I'm saying? I believe in being a brother, keeping his law, statutes, and commandments, right? Luke 1:79, Baba Kusha.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 1, and verse 79. To give light to them.
To do what?
To give light to them that sit in darkness.
This is our job. This is our job, to give light to them that do what, Kawal?
Sit in darkness.
Read on.
And in the shadow of death.
Come on, man.
To guide our feet into the way of peace.
To the way of what?
Peace.
Now anger.
Peace.
Now frustration.
The way of peace.
What about wrath?
Into the way of peace.
And then what they said, what about clamorism? Then what they said earlier, right?
To the way of peace.
No, we want to give light to the way of peace.
That's right.
That's why they say Christ is the what? The peaceable one, right? Come on, man. Y'all better stop pump faking out here. We have work to do. And if you're in your feelings about being angry and you got your lip poked out, then something is wrong with you on the inside. You ain't fully what? You're not willing to do what, Quadon? You ain't willing to endure. You just want whatever the hell you want. And that's, I'm gonna be that. I got mine. You better get yours. Read on, Core.
Kind of one kind.
Hold on, Salaki. That's it on there, right?
Got
one more. Got one more. Isaiah 48:10, Baba Kusha.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 48 and verse 10. Behold, I have refined thee, but not with silver.
But not with that means it wasn't additives in it, you know what I'm saying, to make it different, right? You've been refined thee, but not by adding silver. Read on.
I have chosen thee in the furnace of affliction.
The furnace of affliction. What does this mean? What you got, Kawal? Come on.
Furnace of affliction is basically, that correction. You know what I'm saying? That that's how you're gonna get refined.
What else?
Being corrected, learning how to love your brother.
What else?
When it hurts, like things that would usually hurt you.
What else?
Or it's hard to do.
Right.
So addiction.
Yeah, the thing that would normally hurt does what? It actually makes you better. You've been refined, right? You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? But the thing that would actually hurt makes you like, oh, damn, all right, I'm okay. The walls ain't fell in yet. The roof ain't fell. The sun ain't bumped into the moon yet. It actually made me better. One more, Ecclesiastes 2:5, Baba Kushaw. This is the last one. Ecclesiastes in the Apocrypha, Baba Kushaw.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 2 and verse 5.
Go ahead.
For gold is tried in the fire.
For what?
Gold is tried in the fire.
Go ahead.
And acceptable men in the furnace of adversity.
And men, acceptable women.
Right. That's right.
Brotherhood is synonymous with sisterhood, right?
Right.
Read it again, Kawal, please.
Khan. For gold is tried in the fire.
Gold is tried in the fire.
And acceptable men in the furnace of adversity.
And what do you put something in the furnace? What does gold do if you put it in the furnace, Kawal? It melts. And once it cools off, it get what? You can reform it. And you telling me you can't forgive a brother or sister? You get put in that furnace again. You get put in that furnace enough time, you gonna learn something about yourself, huh? And that's what we do in the I.S.U.P.K, man. You come in here and you get we get refined. You know what I'm saying? We get tuned up. The furnace of affliction. Good night. There gonna be some things. Read the definition again for endure, Baba Kushar. That's just gonna be some things you have to endure. You read that definition for me, Baba Kushar? Endure. Yep.
This is the Merriam-Webster dictionary.
Come on.
Endure.
Go ahead.
It says,
We'll wrap it up with this one, Baba Kushar.
It says to remain firm under suffering.
To do what?
Remain firm under suffering.
Is that not what we've been talking about all class? On how we should remain firm under suffering?
That's right.
Don't think life is about a goddamn finding the right pillow to put up under your head.
Right.
You understand? Life is not about that. There's some things in life that we all just gonna have to fight. Right. There's things in life we're all just gonna have to endure. Right. And while enduring certain things in life, guess what you're gonna have to do? You got to suffer. That's right. You're not gonna have the dream wife that all of us think we should have. You know that dream wife that does everything right all the goddamn time. The shoes are already lined up, your clothes is pressed, the bed made up, the dishes is washed, the clothes is washed, my car is washed, vacuum, my back is washed, my toenails is clipped, my fingernails is clipped, I got the right haircut, my beard look good. She ain't gonna get all that shit right, Salakia. She's not gonna get everything right. But you know what? I can endure it. I can endure it. Why? Because that's my sister first. You understand? She should look at me. I'm her brother first. You understand? No, you ain't gonna be happy all the damn time. You're not going to the movies every goddamn night. I'm not cooking 3-4 times out of a week. It ain't no 50-50. You understand? None of that. It's gonna be a lot of things you just ain't gonna like. But guess what? You better know first. We gotta endure it. You have to endure it. We have to endure it. Because the oppressor is sitting back just like this, waiting to see when you're going to fall through the cracks. But in here, if you got your brotherhood and sisterhood just like this, what's going to come up against it? But if you're not like that, it can be the smallest thing it'll destroy you. It's like a pebble, like that'll hit a windshield. You ever seen a pebble hit a windshield? It start with a small crack first, right? And over a period of time, guess what it do? It begin to get longer. Now, what's the first thing you can do if you go eat glass master, right? What's the first thing that they tell you to do once you get that first chip? How do you prevent it from spreading? Apply heat. You know that it's, glass is sand. Glass is sand. You apply heat to it, it becomes a liquid and it cools and it seals the crack. But if you put it some cold, like if you throw, I ain't gonna get in all that. We ain't gonna get in all that. Be a better brother, be a better sister, be a better husband, be a better wife, be a better father, be a better mother. And to do that, we have to endure some things. They're gonna come some suffering. If you have children, guess what? There may be some long nights. That's part of being a parent. If you have a wife or a husband, there may be some long nights. It's enduring, right? Read the definition again.
Kind of the Merriam-Webster dictionary of endure. To remain firm under suffering or misfortune without yielding.
To remain unfortunate, right? What did it say?
To remain firm under suffering or misfortune.
Or misfortune,
without yielding.
Without yielding, without giving up, man. And the scripture say, he that endured to the end, what? Come on, man. And with that, I'm going to turn the class over and preaching prophet of the Lord, Quadam, Baba Shah.
sir, correct. It's Shalom, Israel. We're the I.S.U.P.K, operating under Commander General YAHANNA. Start out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18 and 21. Malachi 3, 8 through 10 means tent in the Hebrew, ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Most High gives you. Give to Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. The upcoming holy convocation is the Feast of First Fruits. We started it on April 23rd. It's a count of 50 days, and we will be celebrated on the 50th day, which is this Sunday, June the 12th, at sundown. You understand? You can find that in Leviticus 23rd chapter and the 10th verse through 22. Remind Akhim and Akhwatian to look at the bulletin boards, you understand, for upcoming events and things like that. You understand? And if anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, Imajim, Men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Amar Shabbat, Imajim, Barak, Yahweh Shimmy, Yahweh Brakatah, Yahamanna, Sar, men face the sisters. Give one courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Amar Shabbat, Imajim, Barak, Yahweh Shema Lathah B'Shem Yahweh Shah. Yahamanna, class dismissed.